completely threw my confidence to the roof because like I started seeing the potential. Oh wow, I can work with these big brands. I can really offer my skills at a bigger scale. It started adding more importance to what I was doing. I just see so many opportunities that are coming my way, and I think before it used to be like there's no way I can do this as a living, and now it's like I can have the privilege to actually do this as my full-time job. Like it is possible. This has definitely been like the best investment because I will always have you as my coaches and the rest of the girls that are in TCA to like rely on if I have any questions, and like vice versa, I can help them with anything that I've gone through. Just having like a lifelong community is like one of the best parts of this.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited because I have an amazing case study for us today. Before I introduce her, I just wanted to do a quick introduction on myself. I'm a calligrapher and the artist behind Wondercrafter. I'm also the creator and coach of the Craft Academy, where we help calligraphers create, automate, and scale their calligraphy businesses based on their unique story and methodology. I started my business in 2017 and wasted so much time, so much money selling products that didn't make me any profit and really caused more stress than good. And after working with my dream brands like Dior, NBC, Ferrari, and so much more, I am now on a mission to help calligraphers just like Lili work with their own dream brands and accelerate their path to success as well. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions for Lili or myself, feel free to drop those into the comments as well so that we can help answer. With that, I'm so excited to introduce Lili. So this is the amazing story of Lili from Lillies and Quills, who used her methodology to transform her calligraphy business from a hobby to a thriving business. Prior to the Craft Academy, she was feeling super lost and alone in her business. And then within joining the Craft Academy in just a year, she's been able to achieve confidence in her craft and abilities to really build a business of her own. And having worked with amazing brands like Diptyque and Southwest Airlines, just to name a few. So Lili, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Rosie. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm so happy to have you and to tell your story to the world. So Lili, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into your calligraphy journey.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Lili, the face behind Lillies and Quills. So I am located in Southern California, and I started my calligraphy journey in 2018. It was kind of the startup of calligraphy gaining popularity on Instagram, and I was in the middle of planning my own wedding. So that's how I kind of got into it, just to kind of do it for my own wedding. I did my stationery, my signage, and all that. And from that sparked a passion, and I just saw the potential of this really becoming something that I wanted to do as a business and something for myself. And that's how I got started.
Oh, I love that. I remember doing wedding calligraphy for my own. I'm like, wow, this is hard. Wedding calligraphy is really difficult.
Yeah, it's not.
But I love that it like sparked your interest in calligraphy though, and that ended up turning into a passion and turned into a business. Are you working full-time as well?
I am currently working full-time. I am in the process of transitioning into making this my full-time. So it's exciting to see that kind of
Twitter.
Yeah, it's in the works.
I love it. I'm excited to like really dive into that journey of yours and kind of figure out, kind of tell everyone how you're setting yourself up for success as you transition into full-time. But before we dive into that, can you give us your beginning journey of like when you started your business? How did that look like for you? What were profit margins like? Give us all the details.
Yeah, so when I first started, I didn't really have an idea of like, okay, I know I want to do calligraphy, but I don't really know what my focus is, what I'm doing, who my client is. It was just kind of like friends knew that I had this skill, so they would come to like ask me for like personalization on like t-shirts and stuff like that. So I would do little projects here and there. I think I would be lucky if like in a year I made $200, $300 just from like small projects here and there. I felt really lost at first. I knew I wanted to make this a business, but I didn't know how to build that or what exactly I was building, right? So That's when I found TCA. And that really helped me along the way. In the beginning, it was just sort of me kind of throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, but no real like idea of what I was doing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember those days so vividly still. So remind me, when did you start your business?
I started in 2018.
2018. And then when did you join the Craft Academy?
I started July of 2023.
Oh my gosh, it's been about a year and a half, almost 2 years this year, which is crazy to even think about. What did the early kind of like TCA experience look like for you?
So for me, early on in TCA, I was kind of more like a fly on the wall, just like learning. I'm very observant, so I like to like sort of sit in the background and kind of learn from everyone else and the questions they have and the things they're working on. That was really nice that like I could just do this at my own pace and really like start feeling comfortable with what I want my business to grow as. And then within that year of just like having this community, I like started gaining that confidence. And by like the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm ready to jump into this. The holiday season came around. I like started saying yes to clients during the, holiday live events, and it just like completely threw my confidence to the roof because like I started seeing the potential of like, oh wow, I can work with these big brands. I can like really offer my skills at a bigger scale than just like doing a t-shirt here and doing a t-shirt there. It just like it started adding more importance to what I was doing.
Oh, I love that. And the importance is such a great word to use here. What did that mean for you?
I think for me it meant like seeing my business that I'm building as a calligrapher, like acknowledging it as an actual career. Right. So at first I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm kind of doing this small thing on the side and like I do calligraphy. And people would be like, oh, that's cute, but it's like it kind of like changed my mindset and being like, no, like this is a legit career. This is a skill that I can hone on and like really take it like further than I ever thought.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. This is such a great like experience to pull from because I feel like everyone starts off with like the small calligraphy projects on Etsy and doing one-offs here and there, and you just make a couple dollars and you're like, oh wow, I get paid to do this. And then you like move into the live event industry or like do wholesale where you have bigger clients and you're just like, oh my god, this could be a career for me, like let's go. I love that. When you joined in 2023, where did most of your leads come from? Was it through your website or was it through referrals and TCA?
Definitely. A lot of them at first were like from referrals. I did a few like live events that were in a group setting. So that was really nice because I didn't have to really jump into the live events by myself. My very first event was actually in a group of 3 calligraphers. So I felt like, I had the support there. I had a team. I wasn't like going into this alone. It's like, when you start a new job, you have a full team behind you that you can rely on. And so I had that with TCA. I didn't have to start this off alone and like scared.
Totally. Yeah. And when you're doing these like smaller studio projects, you are alone, right? You don't have coworkers to bounce ideas off of and have fun with and go to happy hour with, you know?
Definitely. Yeah. And then from there, like having those events that I started off through referrals, it was able to like give me more to add onto my portfolio and my brand deck. And then from there, I started, my client list starts growing. And so I've actually had a few clients that have like reached back out to me for more events that are coming in now. So it's just like, we all share the wealth and it kind of just pays off from there.
Yeah, we love repeat clients. And, we tell our students like it only takes that one yes to transform your business and get more opportunities, right? Because you get that one client, you do really, really well, you keep that connection, and then they hire you again and again and start to refer your name out. And that's really how you build that reputation and your client list and things. So that's amazing. I wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit about what was going through your head when you had your business and you were only making a couple of $100 a year. How did you justify you investing such a high amount into the program when you weren't really making an income to begin with?
So for me, I knew like deep down that this skill set that I have and this talent that I have can go far, but I needed the help and I needed to invest in myself to help this kind of grow, right? So every job I've had, like in the corporate world, I've grown because I've had someone mentoring me, and I've just like been able to move up the corporate ladder because people are teaching me the ins and outs of my industry. And I kind of just had to like view this in the same way, where it's like, yes, I can teach myself and there's the internet, but it's going to take a lot longer and a lot more work to do that on my own. And these programs are set in place to help mentor me to achieve those goals and climb that calligraphy ladder, if you want to say, right? So I had to see it from a viewpoint of the corporate world and how it's going, like how I wanted this to grow as well.
Yeah, totally. It's an investment, right? And there's only so much that you can learn and teach yourself without having someone who's been through that journey already. Yeah. So how did you find out about the program?
So I found out because Tammy from Ink and Innuendos, she reached out to me. She's one of our awesome coaches alongside you, Rosie. And she reached out to me, and yeah, I had a few, I didn't say yes right away. I had to think about it, but there was just so much that she like told me about TCA and what you guys offer. And it just sounded amazing. And I took the time to think about it, and I'm just so glad I invested in it because it really was worth the investment. Yeah, but it was through her. She found me through Instagram, and she reached out to me.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And I feel like you've already changed so much between, well, it's been like almost 2 years. I still like can't believe that. So what does your current business look like? You started off doing t-shirts, little odds and ends here and there. What does business look like for you now from day to day?
So day to day now, I have goals set in place. I have, things that are keeping me accountable. I'm working currently on my website. So there's like constant growth on the business side. Before, I used to just be like, oh, I just need to post all my work. But now I'm like focusing more on the back end of things to really make this a successful business. And so I think that's the big part that was missing. And I needed the coaching to like really set everything in place. I've been doing live events. I've worked on my own course. So I have my own course to teach. I've taught one class so far, but that's another thing on my plate. So I have multiple like things that I can use my calligraphy to grow. I have various branches that I can use to.
Oh my God, I love it. Wait, so tell us more about this course that you're making.
I've been teaching for a little bit, and I wanted to make my own course. I did a dip ink calligraphy course. So I put together my own workbook. I did teach one class, and it was a very successful class. So I love teaching, and that's how I originally got into calligraphy. I took a class. Again, I invested in myself. I took a class. That's how I learned the skills to do it. And now I have my own course that I can offer to other students to also learn calligraphy as well.
Oh my God, I love that. So what's the timeline looking like for you?
So the book is done, and I did one class. So it was kind of like my tester class. So within the next year, I want to go back and sort of refine that course book. There's always going to be ways to improve what you've been working on. So within the next year, I'm hoping to like relaunch it officially and teach more classes in the following year.
Yay, how fun. All right, we will definitely link your website under in the description as well so that you can check it out. Please keep us updated when you launch your course. I want to help spread the word and tell everyone because calligraphy is just so much fun. So yay, congratulations. I honestly had no idea that you were making this.
Thank you. I know it was kind of like under wraps right now.
Yeah, I feel like we just unraveled like a piece of the prize.
Yeah.
How exciting. Well, I'm excited to really just support you through that and really help to advertise your course once it comes out and really share it. There's still people in TCA who are still learning dip pen. So I think that would be a great opportunity to just really elevate and accelerate your business.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how exciting. I love it. So let's kind of do a quick recap on your business. So in 2022, 2023, what was your income looking like prior to joining TCA?
Prior to joining, it was like I'd probably make like $500 if I was lucky in a year. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what did it look like in 2024?
I don't have the yearly, but in average on a month, once I started doing my, started saying yes to live events and doing the classes, I could bring in $2,000 to $4,000 a month. And seeing that was like, what? And I was like, what? I can make
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Just to, we don't have to get into specific numbers, but how long did it take you to pay off the program investment?
Oh, it got paid off, I think, for sure within the year. I'd say even less. Yeah.
Love it so much. And it's just going to continue growing from there. In addition to that, like, how are you just overall feeling as a business owner?
I feel excited, really excited, really confident. I just see so many opportunities that like are coming my way. And I think before it used to be like, every time I'd be like, there's no way I can do this as a living. And now it's like, I can have the privilege to actually do this as my full-time job. Like, it is possible. So my mindset has definitely changed in the way I see the possibilities, everything's possible now in my brain.
Yeah, isn't that amazing how just investing in yourself into a coach and really just having a community to lean on, like, just unlocks that part of your brain?
Yeah, definitely. And I love that this program is like, it's lifelong. So it's like, I've tried other programs where it's like it's a 3-month program or it is lifelong, but the coaching itself is only a few months. And so within 3 months, it's like I don't have the time to gain the confidence that I've gained with TCA. So, and you're like, as your business is growing, you're constantly having more and more questions. So it's like, this has definitely been like the best investment because I will always have you as my coaches and the rest of the girls that are in TCA to like rely on if I have any questions, and like vice versa, I can help them with anything that I've gone through. So just having like a lifelong community is like one of the best parts of this.
Yay! And we're excited to support you in this lifelong journey. So, yeah, entrepreneurship is hard. And with every year, every phase that you go into, there's always going to be more questions, like, and even like just mindset in general. As you go through those phases, your mind, sometimes it like goes backwards and you get that imposter syndrome again. And it's just nice to have someone who's been there through that journey already to really guide you through it and to keep you on track.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, amazing. Thank you, Lily, for sharing your story, sharing the details of your business and the numbers and things. I kind of wanted to transition into the tactical portion of our interview. So if you could give one piece of tactical advice to anyone who's watching, what would it be?
I think definitely invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and you have to put in the work, Even if you do invest in programs like this, like TCA is going to provide the tools for you, but you definitely still have to put in the work yourself and hold yourself accountable. It just makes it easier, like if you're building something, obviously it's going to be easier if you have the right tools to like, the hammers and the screwdrivers instead of trying to figure out how to do it without it. But definitely if you invest in yourself, you also have to put in the work and hold yourself accountable to really meet the goals that you're trying to reach.
Oh my gosh, I love that analogy. I've never even like thought of it like that. And you portrayed it so beautifully. Yeah, you do have to put in the work. You can't just buy the tools and expect the project to be done on its own.
I'm in the construction industry, so it's the only way I can like my analogies.
Like, that makes so much more sense now.
Sense in my brain that way.
Oh my God, I love it. Actually, that made a lot of sense for me, especially like being in the creative industry. Like, yeah, you're right. You can have the paintbrush and the paint, but you can't, you have to be able to learn how to use it.
For you.
Yeah. Oh, perfect analogy. I love it, Lily. Cool. So where do you see yourself going with your business, and how is the Craft Academy helping you achieve those goals?
So I definitely see myself going full-time with this. I feel like I'm pretty close to doing that. I'm just like, I just have to like really take the leap. I think TCA has just like helped me along the way because it's, again, providing the right tools for me to like set up my business with the website, the brand deck, like all the items that I need to set up, and all the questions that I have along the way are being answered by my community and my coaches. And so I feel like even if I reach a hurdle, I have someone there to guide me over it.
Oh my God, I love that. So you mentioned earlier in the interview that you are planning on going full time, and it sounds like it's within reach. How are you preparing for that transition?
I think it's a lot of mental preparation, really. I have really like reached out to my community, my family, my friends, and kind of just, getting all the backup mentally to like help me believe that this is possible. And also seeing girls that are in TCA that have done this full time now and are succeeding totally great with it. Just knowing that it's like, oh, it is possible, and I see it in front of me, so a lot of it, the first leap is really just like mentally preparing yourself to believe that it is possible.
Yeah. Are you saving up?
Yeah, so I've been saving up. Everything I've been doing for live events has really been like backup to like allow me. So whatever I've been making now has been backup to allow me to like fully take the leap into doing this. So again, the investment paying off to help me fully take this on as a
Oh, I love that. That's so good. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited that you're also going to be a quitter, just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So you've been in the program for about 18 months now. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about investing in themselves?
I'd say do it. Definitely do it. It's totally worth it. You definitely have to find the right program for you, but I think just investing in yourself is like the one thing that's really going to catapult you forward. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of money in the long run if it's the right program, and it's just going to save you a lot of headaches as well.
Yeah, a lot of frustration.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. So the last question that I ask everyone, what would you tell yourself in 2018 when you first started, knowing what you know now?
I would have told myself to believe in myself. Believe in myself, believe in my skills, because I definitely didn't think like, I was like, imposter syndrome, how you said, I was like, it totally kicked in. And I was like, there's no way. There's calligraphers way better than me out there. But I would have told myself to invest in myself a lot sooner, because I think my business would have taken off a lot faster had I done it sooner. But I would just tell myself to keep going, because it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. So I know I mentioned that was supposed to be the last question, but I wanted to pull something from what you said earlier of there's so many other calligraphers that are better than me. How did you get over that, especially when you were thinking about investing and starting a business? Like, what was the thing that really helped you overcome that mindset?
I think being in TCA and seeing like so many of the other like people in TCA having so many different styles, they work in so many mediums, that I was like, oh, there's enough room for all of us, and we all come with our own different style and our own different set of skills, that I kind of just stopped comparing myself to everyone, and I allowed myself to be part of it instead of me against the rest of the calligraphy world, And I also just know that I've put in so much time and work since 2018 to practice my skills that I know how good I am at it. Not to toot my own horn, but
Girl, toot it. We need you to.
But I just, I put in the work to practice my skills a lot. And even with engraving, like I knew I was good at dip pen calligraphy, but engraving was a whole new thing for me. So I took a whole year to really practice that before I started saying yes to any of the events that I've done. And so it's all just a part of putting in the work to feel the confidence that you can do this. Because without the work, you're always going to feel that imposter syndrome.
Nice words from Miss Lili, you guys. That was a mic drop moment for sure. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. It's just such a thrill to be able to tell your story and share your story with the world. So where can people find you if they want to know more about you and connect with you?
So I am on Instagram, and my handle is Lillies and Quills. And soon the website's being built, so it's lilliesandquills.com. The handle's there, but there's no website yet. So you'll just see a coming soon sign, but you will find me there soon.
And just to kind of like point one more fact out there, Lily's been able to make $2,000 to $4,000 consistently for the last year without a website.
Yes.
And that's because of the program and the generosity of our community, being able to share opportunities and clients and things without expecting anything back. You know, we just want to pay it forward to our community, and you know, Lily's an amazing example of that. So yay! This was such a good interview, Lily. I'm so happy that you were able to come on and share your story. I hope for anyone else who's watching, if this interview resonated with you and you want to join the program, please feel free to go to wandercrafted.com/apply. It is a lifetime membership program. The Craft Academy really does help you transform your calligraphy business from an expensive hobby to now the business of your dreams, just like Lily has, who is now making the transition into making it full time. So that's so exciting. We really do help you with your specific expertise and niche, and make sure that you have everything set up for success. That includes your brand decks, your email templates, pitches, contracts, like literally everything you need to create a sustainable business. We help you with that. So if this resonated with you, please go to our website, connect with us, talk to a real life human being. You might even get me, wandercrafted.com/apply. And even if you don't enroll, at least we've created that connection and we can help support your business moving forward. With that, thank you so much, Lily, for joining us today. This was such a thrill to tell your story.
Thank you, Rosie. It's been great.
And then for anyone else who's watching, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, do all the things, and we'll see you in the next video.